Have we started yet or
Nah,
not?
it's fine. No, we already have. So,
Right.
hello, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, everyone.
It's me, it's Ash, it's
And it's me,
Tom.
Tom.
We're back in this format, digital
Indeed.
format,
Yeah.
rather than physically.
Yeah. Rather than like right next to each other.
Yeah, I want a bit further away.
Yeah. I was getting sick of you as well, to be honest.
Well, there you go.
4 weeks in a row I had to see your ass. Did 3 then, meant 4.
Yes, no, that was crazy. You know, a
Crazy
lot,
time. Epic though.
yes, a lot have been going on.
Hmm.
Which we'll probably dive deeper into at probably some point
Yeah, for
in the
sure.
near future. But so how have you been,
I'm
Thomas?
good, man. Very good. I've not long come back from Crete. Um,
Crete.
yeah, a nice relaxing holiday with a friend of ours. So it was lovely. It was brilliant. Me and Tyler
Good.
went away and yeah, all inclusive place, which was lovely because never done all inclusive before, but it was nice because you're all like well fed throughout the whole time. Give you like 3 courses of meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner every day, and the most important part was all inclusive booze. So
Oh, good.
having beer on tap all day every day, it was yeah, it was fucking bliss, mate.
Of
And it was
course, yeah.
nice beer as well. Like, I couldn't tell if it was like actually nice or if it's the fact I didn't have to pay extra for it. It's the fact that I liked it so much. Probably a bit of both.
Was it
But
local beer or was it just like the standard Corona or
it was local. It was some
Bud?
Greek beer that I can't remember the name of, to be honest. But it was nice. Um, yeah, it was really cool,
Nice.
and it was mostly just a relaxing holiday. Like shitloads has gone on recently that we briefly touched on, so it's nice to just go away for a bit and have a nice chill holiday. We did walk into Refmino. Well, I say walk, we had to get a bus in, but it was like Refmino is like this massive town in Crete. It's like a massive city. I don't know if it's like the main city or what,
I have
but
no idea.
it was really nice. We had to walk through there, lovely sort of town centre. We walked past this it's like a lighthouse they got, a really old looking lighthouse on like a separate part of the island that you can walk along to. And there's just like it's a massive port where there's like yachts and boats nearby, and it was really peaceful because all you can hear at that point is just the water just coming up to the edges. It was so nice and relaxing compared to like the hectic city centre. It was nice. It was lovely. And then went on the beach, swam. We did like a whole day we were at the beach. So we did lots of swimming, lots of sunbathing, drinking a beer by the beach. It was lovely. Um, although we found out on the day that we went to the beach that the sea next to us that we were in that day, there was actually an earthquake.
Oh.
Yeah, so like a massive earthquake hit Rhodes and Turkey that day and affected loads of people. It was tragic. It was horrible. But we didn't know about it until we got back to our hotel room.
Did you not
So
feel it?
no, it was nowhere near us. So like I got back to the hotel room
Oh.
after this long day at the beach, and I got a text from my sister saying there's been an earthquake. You okay? And I was like, yeah, I've been paddling all day, live my best life.
Yeah, I've been fine. I've been on the water,
Yeah,
having a beer.
been swimming by the beach, having a beer. It's been lovely. Although I will be honest, near the end of our day there, the waves did start hitting us a little bit harder than they did. Nothing like major, but they just felt more strong, and that could be linked. I don't know.
The force is strong
Force is strong with this one.
with Crete or Turkey.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a terrible, terrible earthquake. But luckily, there weren't too many people affected by it, thank God. But yeah, so
I
but it
don't
was
think
like
I
nowhere.
heard about that.
Yeah, it was nowhere near us, so we didn't really feel it. But yeah, just hope
Well,
it didn't affect too many people.
of course. Well, I'm glad for your sake.
Thank you.
You were fine having a
Yeah,
beer on the
that's
water.
right. Again, living my best life. I knew nothing about it until I got back to the hotel and my Wi-Fi was on. Then my family were like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I be? I'm on holiday." So, but yeah, it was nice. Food
That's
was
good.
lovely as well. Had chicken souvlaki when I was there. It's like grilled chicken on a massive like shish kebab kind of thing. It's lovely. Chicken gyros as well. A few of those. And like calamari and stuff like that. It was nice. And lots of pina coladas as well. I like pina
Good.
coladas and dancing in the rain. No, not
Did you?
dancing. Caught in the rain. You know what I meant.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um, has there anything new that you tried
That is a good
that you
question.
didn't like before
Um,
or didn't know that you liked? Like,
don't think I did. Kind of
I know
think of
you've
it.
had pina coladas before, haven't you?
I have, yeah, yeah. That's nothing new. Um, I would say, well, it's kind of new, but it isn't at the same time. There was a cocktail they make called, I think it's Cuba Libre or Cuban Libre. I can't remember exactly what it is, but essentially just like rum. It's basically a rum and coke, but it's stronger than normal rum and coke. So I don't know if they make it differently, but that's one thing I hadn't tried before. Um, Not rum. I love rum, but Cuban Libre isn't something I've done before.
Oh,
Although there was one drink I had, which funny enough wasn't alcoholic. It was like this fruit juice that a bar by the beach made. It had like dragon fruit and peach and that sort of thing. That was really nice. And even though it's non-alcoholic, it did look really nice when I was looking at the menu. So I thought, I'm gonna go try some of that. It was nice. It was
oh,
refreshing. So,
good. Was it just drink, or did you try any different foods? Or
food's not really. I just sort of tried. Oh, I did try watermelon actually for the first time. Um,
watermelon?
yeah, I never had watermelon before.
You haven't had watermelon
Nope.
before? You
Not till
madman!
recently.
It's
However, it
amazing.
yeah, it wasn't by choice. Well, kind of. We went to this seafood restaurant, and which was really nice, like by the beach. You can see like the mountains and stuff. And then I had calamari. Tyler had octopus, and then after that was done, they just brought out watermelon like on the house, and there was a slice each. And I was like, I've never actually tried watermelon before, so I had that, and it was lovely.
Well, the
So
majority of it is kind of water,
yeah,
really,
half of it's water. You know what the other
or
half
whatever.
is?
Yeah.
Melon.
No shit.
It's gonna surprise you, but yeah, no, it was nice.
Good.
So that was good. I brought back some like Greek themed sweets for myself, my family, and for the office. That's how it goes in my office. Every time you go away, someone should bring back like a packet of sweets for everyone to have. So there's
Watermelon
that.
sweets.
No, actually, I think a couple of them are watermelons flavored. It's like it's
Here, take some
assorted Greek
watermelons.
sweets. Yeah, just put out a massive watermelon on the desk. Bush,
Here
have fun with that.
you go. Try getting into that.
Oh, so that tough day at work. I got the resolution for that. Bosh. Have fun with that, mate.
There you go. It'd be a nice team collaboration to try and work out how to slice a massive watermelon.
It's that team bonding exercise.
That's it.
Slice this
Team
watermelon in
building.
3 minutes.
You must. Yes.
It's like a Mr. Beast games, is it? You've got 3 minutes to get through the watermelon, and you get 50k.
Yeah. Literally. Um.
But yeah, it was lovely. I also had to come back because when I got off the plane, all the weather here was just grey. Yeah, I came back
It
to where
hasn't
I live
changed here.
now. Yeah, literally. I went back to where I live because I'm right near the seafront now, and the sea was just hitting the waves well, the waves are hitting like the sides. Not calm at all. And I was just like, I woke up in 28-degree weather this morning.
And
This
I'm
ain't
back to
fun.
this shit.
But yeah, it was
Is
great.
the ocean blue over there, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's blue.
It's
It's
kind of
really
see
clear
through.
as
Sorry,
well.
see through.
It is, yeah. I actually went to Corfu last year as well, which is another part of Greece,
Yes.
for those of you that don't know. And that water is really clear because we went on a boat trip when we were over there. And at one point during the boat trip, they take you out quite far, but to where you can stand in the water. They put the
Look,
anchor down,
shallow,
and
a
then
shallow
you
bit
can
of water.
yeah, but then you can just go off and swim, and the water there is lovely. Like it's so clear, you can see right to the bottom, and it's really refreshing just going around having a paddle, sort of
Did you do
swimming
any
on your back, that sort of
snorkeling?
thing. I didn't. There was a bit of a snorkeling there, but I didn't do it.
You might enjoy
So
the snorkeling.
I think I would, you know.
If you're lucky enough,
Um,
you might see some whales.
no, absolutely not.
More specifically, blue whales.
Definitely not.
Well, no, no, you're never going to see them at that
No, you
shallow
never
depth.
would.
But
But for added context for the viewers, one of my biggest fears in life is being in open water right next to a whale. Um, yeah, that's like the worst thing for me.
or just whales.
Yeah.
But
If I see like a picture of a whale, it gives me like a jolt of anxiety. I don't know what it is, man. I think it's because the fact they're so big.
it's just big.
Yeah, they're just fucking huge. Um,
It's been recently for me. I've uh, kind of gotten a bit more fearful, not of water, but of open water.
mm,
And I don't know kind of where it's all come from. But I think it's just the kind of the expanse of how much you just don't know is below.
Yeah, I get that.
And you obviously see all the films of like Jaws and sharks and all these monsters and whatnot, which all mythology
Yeah,
and mythical. But there's just that slight kind of fear of like ah.
yeah, that's it.
Um,
I think that's probably why I stopped playing Subnautica. Because you go
yeah,
too
I've thought a
far
bit like
out,
that.
and this fucking massive dragon Leviathan thing tries to eat the little submarine you're at, and I was just like, no, I don't fancy that.
It's a bit like that, yeah. But
Yeah,
there's that iconic. I'm sure you've seen it, and other people have seen it. It's that iconic shot of it's a photo underwater. Where's that single diver, and there's like a cliff underwater, just going
yeah,
down into
seen
the
that.
abyss. That would freak the fuck out of me.
Yeah, same. That
That
is terrifying beyond belief, and like,
is probably the worst place.
yeah, man, it really is. I think for me as well, it's if I was in open water with like no land in sight. That's what would freak me out. Just knowing you're
Yes,
not near anything you're familiar with, and you're essentially trapped in this
absolutely.
body of water. And like you said, when you go down, there's that massive cliff. You don't know what the hell's down there, and
No,
just there's probably like a bunch of life forms down there that we've never even like thought about, like not even come across, and it's probably that terrifies me too. Um,
absolutely.
yeah, I love swimming, love going swimming in the sea, but just do it close to land,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. Swimming close to land, or where you know that you can just about see the bottom or something is fine. Um, but just when there's just nothing, and you're just kind of like, ah,
Mm,
you're gonna freak out, really. And yeah, I just don't know where it's all come from, really.
yeah,
Probably too many video games.
probably.
I don't know.
Yeah. If that kind of thing terrifies you to the bone, don't play Subnautica.
No,
Well, you should because it's a great game, but just yeah, it's scary.
don't don't
That
go to
shit's
the
scary.
depths. Don't go to the depths of Subnautica, but
Yeah.
the
Don't do what
Starseed
I did
area.
and just go all the way off into the north thinking, oh, it's alright, I'll see what's around here, and you just get attacked by a massive dragon thing. I wouldn't
Yeah,
recommend
no,
it.
no.
But yeah, go have a
Yeah.
holiday though. It's always nice to have something to look forward to. Um, we're thinking of going to Italy next year because neither of us have been, and we're thinking to have like a little city break sort of the same time next year. Um,
Whereabouts?
we were thinking either Rome or Florence, so
Florence.
either of those two.
Oh.
Which I always go because it's a lovely city, obviously like rich in history and that sort of thing. Also, that's where Assassin's Creed 2 is based,
Well,
and
there you
Brotherhood,
go.
Ezio's story. I'll just walk around at buildings, be like, I climb that, I climb that, I climb that.
Literally.
Yeah.
Um, no, because yes, no, Rome will be quite good to go to, and
Mm,
me and Kat's always wanted to go to Rome.
yeah. It's on the bucket
Um,
list.
so it's on the bucket list, and Italy is quite, quite a nice place. It's got a lot of architectural uh, things about it. It's
Mm,
got all the mythology about it as well.
true.
Um, is Pompeii near Rome?
I, th- I want to say yes. I don't know for sure.
Wait,
Um,
yeah, keep talking.
okay. Yeah. I want to say yes. I'm
so
not
where?
sure. I'm assuming you're
So
googling
Rome.
it now.
So Rome and Florence. You say
Yeah.
you'd like to go to?
Yeah, that's it. Probably Venice as well. Venice is beautiful. You see like photos of it online and stuff. Um,
Well, hopefully it'll still be floating when you get there,
well, I hope so.
because they say it's still sinking.
Oh yeah, they do, don't they? Well, hopefully when I go there, most of it will still be above ground.
Yeah, it should
Does
be
look pretty
fine.
though, seeing like the gondolas go by and stuff. It's lovely.
Oh, okay. It's a bit more south than Rome, Pompeii.
Oh, okay.
If you want to put it into context, if you walked to to Pompeii from Rome, it would take you 53 hours.
Well, I think I speak on behalf of everyone when I say fuck that.
Or you can get or you can get there in 2.5 hours by car,
That's right then.
or 6 hours by train.
Hmm.
Do you want cycling? 13 hours.
Definitely not.
Uh, yeah, there you
Fair.
go.
But to be
Now
fair,
you
that was
know.
probably the same distance in the car to the airport from the place we were staying at in Crete. Because we got on those airport transfers
Oh
from
yeah.
the airport to the hotel we were staying in. And like, bearing in mind, we just went on a plane for like 3.5, 4 hours. And we get into this car, and this bloke just drives us to the place. You know, you're still looking out the window, sort of very near a well kind of thing. And like an hour or so went past, and I found I was saying, Tyler, where is this bloke taking us? Like he's just been driving. He took like a scenic route going past mountains and stuff. I'm like,
We're
where is
taking
he
the scenic
taking us?
route.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna sort of hold us for ransom, then chuck us out the car or something. Um, but that's just it's because our place was like so far away from the airport, like hour and 40-minute drive. Which yeah, although it was fine because we got there in the end all safe and sound, and we were sort of quite high up north, I think, because there was shitloads of mountains near us. We stayed in Bali, so there's loads of mountains nearby. Because I remember I was like stood up in the sea, just sort of paddling. I looked around counting, and there was 8 mountains surrounding us.
Eight
Um,
mountains.
yeah,
What are they called?
I have no idea. They were just mountains. This one's Cliff, Bob, Joe, Ryan.
Mount Dudar
Yeah,
would be
that's
in
a
my
that's a
eyes.
nice Greek name, isn't it?
Mount Dudar.
Mount Dudar.
There you go.
But no, it's lovely. Nice place.
Good.
Yeah, and hopefully it's Rome next year. And
Hopefully so.
ultimately, I'll tell you what my dream holiday would be. It would be going to Disneyland in America. However, more specifically, Galaxy's Edge.
But which one, Orlando or California?
Whichever one has to make your own lightsaber, which I think is Orlando.
I've. Oh, did they not?
No, I think it's only one of them that has that. I think it's Orlando. You're Googling it now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're gonna have to try and get my. Oh no, it's not.
It's California.
It's in Hollywood.
Is it?
Yeah,
Right, okay. I mean, that would
at
obviously cost me an arm and
Disney's
a leg,
Hollywood
and I'd.
Studios.
Right, yeah. I'd have to save so much for that, but that's kind of like my dream holiday. Just going there, just seeing all like the Star Wars stuff in the park and the make your own lightsaber experience is so cool. Because like I know you've seen the video online where they take you through it, and there's someone dressed in the whole Star Wars get up, just talking about the history of lightsabers. You pick your parts, swap them out, choose your color crystal, and you'll turn them on in unison. Like that'd be the dream for me. I'll make it happen
Yeah.
one day once I
Um,
save up a shitload of money.
Meet one of Savvy's gatherers outside his workshop, where you'll choose one of the available hilt themes.
Yeah,
Receive the I can't pronounce that, something pin to identify your
something
selections.
pin
Colizone.
calzone.
It's not a
We're not
calzone.
making pizzas.
I mean, you can make some Star Wars pizzas if you want.
Make pizzas with a lightsaber. That would be a dream.
Oh, well, the price has gone up though.
Is it?
Yeah, this experience takes place at Walt Disney Resort. Oh no, sorry, no, you are right. It is Orlando.
Oh, okay.
This
Well, that's
experience
right.
takes place in Walt Disney World Resort near Orlando, Florida.
All right.
It costs $249
Yeah, I thought it was about that much.
plus tax. Remember,
Yeah.
you
Still,
got
once in a lifetime experience, though.
full payment is due at the time of booking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be my dream thing, though. I'd love to go there and do that. It just looks like so much fun. If you're a fan of Star Wars, like I am, then it's one of those dream things to do. So
you
that
get
would be for me on the horizon.
you get a carry case included.
Nice. Well, that
How do you
looks.
get it through customs?
Yeah, I was about to say. How'd you get it?
Oh,
Just one long box you bring through. They just scan the lightsabers as it comes through.
what is this?
They get stopped. The security guard's like, "What the fuck is this? It's a lightsaber. You never seen
Let me
Star
show
Wars
you.
before, you. Never seen Star Wars before, you uncultured swine."
Then you get pinned down and sent to jail.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. There'll be probably like a certificate saying he's fine.
Yeah, it's not a danger to anyone.
He's not a Sith.
But yeah, what would be your ideal holiday?
Oh, don't.
If money was no
Well,
object.
don't, because Kat has asked me this already, saying, "Oh, if no money was object, where in the world would you go?"
Hmm.
and I
This is
had
a
to
can of
take
worms you don't want to open.
a couple of days to try and think
Hmm.
about it because I honestly don't know.
What would
Because
be
I've
the
been
first
to
place that come to your mind if you had to pick?
first thing that comes to mind is Colorado, but I've been there numerous times,
Hmm.
which which I love, regardless of how many times.
Yeah.
But then I love Disney. But then that's the kind of typical. No, I'll tell you what. Here we go. What what I would love would be to go to either Lapland or not see Father. I mean, you could see Father Christmas if you wanted, depending on the season. Lapland or Ice. I don't know. Lapland or Iceland to kind of get get one of those kind of domed homes. They have
Oh
like a
yeah.
see-through roof so that you can kind of go to sleep looking at the stars, and if you're lucky, seeing also the um, Northern Lights.
Oh yeah. That sounds lovely.
Just
I'd
being
quite like
surrounded
that.
by snow. I think surrounded by snow is quite topical theme,
Yeah, man.
and I'm
Snow's
and I'm
lovely.
kind of blaming my dad for that.
He put the idea in your head.
Yes, since I was young,
Yeah, that's nice
which
though.
is
It's
which
a
is a
really
good
nice.
which is a good thing
Hmm.
because I love the snow, and it's
Same.
especially when it's kind of like dusk or gloomy, and it just kind of it's just kind of it's got a self bit of calm, really.
Hmm.
It's like when it snows here in the UK, everything just stops.
Yeah, we can't
Number
handle
one,
snow in this
number one,
country.
we can't fucking handle it in the UK. So the UK just panics, like, what do we
Yeah,
do?
literally, there could be like an inch of snow on the road. Everyone's like, "Nope, fuck it, we're locking up.
Yeah, but
Can't do
but
nothing."
as soon as it does snow in the UK, everything just goes dead quiet, and it's just peaceful.
It is, isn't it?
And you just hear the slight breeze of the wind coming by, and it's just.
Yeah,
I've got some video clips of just snow.
yeah,
I
it's
think
nice. It's pretty to look at as well.
when it majorly snowed in the UK years and years ago.
Mm. Didn't we get a little bit of snow at the start of the year? Because I was in the
This
process
year,
of, yeah, I was in the process of moving house sort of early January, and then there was one day where I woke up and it was snowing quite heavily, and I decided
oh,
not to go into work because I knew the buses weren't going to run. So I stayed home that day. But in my house, there was shitloads of boxes everywhere because we were literally just about to move, and then this snow dropped, and I think it pushed the day back even more that we were supposed to move. Um, but yeah, I remember that.
I think where are we? June. Yeah, I think it did snow.
Hmm.
But not for I think like half a day, but it didn't really settle that well.
Yeah, it was just for one day. Yeah, a day and a half, I think. And it went. But on that one day, it was the time where like the buses all
Okay,
cancelled.
it's
And
just snow.
ah, is that from your place?
Oh, it's my old house.
I was gonna say it looks like your parents' old house.
Yeah, it was their old house.
Hmm, nice. I've got a funny story about the snow actually. Because obviously I used to live in Woodingdean, which was like quite high up. So every time we got weather, we'd either get the best or the worst of it, depending on what the weather was. And when I was really young, about probably 17, I was around my ex-girlfriend's house, who, well, flat, and she lived in Hove at the time. And I got a call from my dad saying, "Oh, it's about to snow quite heavy down here. I might try and come pick you up in like the next hour." I looked
Yeah.
outside and it was starting to come down a little bit in Hove, not too bad, just sleeting here and there. So he came pick me up, and he used to have this big 4x4 that used to just power through the snow like it was nothing. So he came pick me up. We drove sort of along the seafront. Everything was fine. As soon as you get closer to Widdingdean, it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And then when you went past on the coast road, you go past all that Rodine School. It was like a
Yeah.
completely different country. Honestly, it was like the sky was just black, snow everywhere. It was so thick as well. You would drive past, it's like buses abandoned at the sides of the road, like no one in them. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. Because you
That's
come from town,
mad.
everything was normal. You start driving along. It's like you're slowly going to like Sweden or some shit like during the
Yeah, because
snow.
you're much more higher
Yeah, we were. So we got home. There was
in
it just
elevation.
covered. Everything was covered. Um, yeah, that really like that stays with me. I think just how crazy it was, just going from nothing to just everything.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, I love snow though. It's nice to look at.
Yeah, it is.
Although you've been around it more than I have because of the amount of skiing holidays you've been to.
Yes, no, it's been really good. I do miss it to a degree. Maybe one day I shall go back.
Hmm,
Yes, one day I shall go back.
one day.
That's a Doctor Who reference for those out there.
I didn't catch that. No surprise there.
Well, other people may.
Yeah. Although speaking of, I do know how the most recent Doctor Who ended because I couldn't avoid that
Now,
online.
now, don't start me off. Um, Also, as a side note, the last episode was me and Cocker talking about the last about theories about
That's
it.
right. Yeah, you did.
Now, I just want to put a note out there that we recorded that before the finale came out,
Oh.
and there was a near the end. Cocker said, "Oh, I've heard rumors. Hold on. Oh, I've heard rumors."
Is that your
Ab- ab-
Cocker impression?
no, it's I can't do
He
his
does
impression.
not sound like that.
It sounds nothing like him. I know. And I apologize,
Oh,
Cocker,
God. I apologise
but
for him too, Cocker. If you're
it's
watching this,
it's
I'm sorry.
it's a generic northern accent failure.
That was anything but generic, mate. I don't know what the hell that
Okay.
was.
Anyway, back to the point.
Alright.
Um, I forgot what I was going to say now.
It'll come back to you.
No, Cocker was saying how he heard a rumor that wouldn't it be that there was a rumor that Rose was going to come back or anything. As soon as he told me that, I was like, no, absolutely not. They would not do such a thing. Why would they go back again? Because they brought back Tennant,
Hmm.
and now they're going to bring back Rose for some reason. In no way could I see that ever happening. What happens? They fucking do it.
Bring her back. As a
They
doctor
brought
this time.
Rose back.
Yeah, well, rumoured to be the doctor.
Technically, not the Doctor.
Yeah, because in the credits they just say like Billy Piper
They just
as.
say
It doesn't actually confirm she's a doctor. It just
they
says
just
Billy
say
Piper
and
as.
they just say introducing Billy Piper
Yeah.
with nothing. So we there's loads of rumors and um, theories out there. Is she a doctor? Is she not a doctor? Is she the moment from the Day of the Doctor?
Yeah.
When she last came back to Doctor Who, she was the moment.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Um, but there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of rumors. Doctor Who's in a bit of a mess at the moment with all these Disney deals and other social platform, streaming platform deals, and the finale wasn't that great.
Yeah, I did hear that because that actually aired when I was on holiday, and Tyler watched it in our hotel room. I was outside having a few beers, and I came back in. And he told me what happened. I was like, "What?"
Omega, the lead up to Omega was only like less than a couple of minutes, and then it was gone. The Doctor used a gun to shoot him back into the hell.
Yeah, I saw that. He had some sort of alien Tommy gun or some shit.
The
Just there, like,
Rani,
"Doo, doo, 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 doo."
the Rani wasn't. What even happened? Mrs. Flood, yeah, she got her little wrist thing and fucked off.
Hmm.
Whilst the other Rani got eaten by Omega, then got sent down to hell, all in a matter of a couple of minutes, and the whole episode was pretty much resolved within I don't know what 20 half an hour.
Well, that's
And then
short
after that, we then had
for a season finale. That's really short.
well, the thing as well that it was originally going to be 40 minutes. but
That'll
then
be all
they had
right.
to, but then they had to do a lot of reshoots in earlier this year. Well, no, sorry. What was it? I think March last year,
Hmm.
which is where they were filming all the unit, after all that all the unit stuff and all the poppy jargon all had to be resolved within for the last 20 minutes. It was just fucking boring.
Hmm. One thing I am really surprised at is that Shooty Gatwa didn't get many seasons, and he got the two, didn't he?
No,
Um,
yeah, and it was brilliant.
yeah, he
His
was. I know.
acting was brilliant.
Yeah, he was. I know his like schedule's quite busy because Tyler told me that he does a lot like Broadway and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So his schedule might not be free for it, but only two seasons? That's
they haven't strictly said
really short.
they haven't strictly said why, but in the Doctor Who Unleashed, he said that his legs hurt or something. It's a very physical job, which he's getting a bit tired of or something,
I can buy that.
which I
Shitload of
can
running involved.
understand.
Hmm.
But is it just a cover up after some disagreements or something? We don't know,
Hmm.
but it doesn't all add up, and the way they ended the finale was just shit.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I kind of fell off after the
You
60th
fell off.
special. Yeah, fell off Doctor Who. I mean,
All right, you didn't
after
fall over.
no, I tuned in for the 60th special because the boy David Tennant was back and Catherine Tate. But I love
Yes,
David Tennant as Doctor. Just reminds me of my
I'm
childhood.
I much preferred the first season of Shooty's
Mm,
Doctor with him and Ruby. Sorry,
mm.
her name left my head. Those two worked really well. You know, Belinda in this didn't hardly do anything. There wasn't
Mm.
any, there wasn't a wow, you're a very useful companion kind of moment,
Yeah.
and there wasn't. She was kind of just there, really.
Doctor says to her, everything would go a lot easier if you just weren't here.
Oh yeah, even more in the finale, they didn't know what to do with Belinda, so they shoved her in a box for like 10, 15 minutes.
Really?
In the yeah, just like what the fuck, man? What's the point of how it? Oh god. Obviously,
Right.
people have different opinions about this. Some people
Yep.
may probably do like it, do love it, which is fine. But this is just my opinion. Being, you know, when I was young, I used to be a massive Doctor Who nerd and obsessed and
Don't we
whatever.
know it?
But then I went off it when R- Moffat left and
Yeah.
when Jodie started, which I did start to watch Jodie, but I didn't quite get the vibe,
Yeah.
so I didn't really watch any of Jodie.
It's fair. I
Which
didn't see any of that either.
which I do like Jodie. She's a great actress, but the whole kind of show changed a bit. The visuals changed for the good. There was a lot more better visuals, and then the stories, and then Chibnall mucked up changed the whole lore of Doctor Who, the Timeless Child, and whatnot, which I still don't fully understand, which I
Yeah.
probably should do, but that's probably a long discussion for another time.
True. I really don't like when people mess with the law for stuff. Like, does my head in. It's like
Oh,
gone.
sorry. No, speaking of lore, yeah, Russell Dev has changed some of the Time Lord lore as well
Oh,
in the
really?
last season. You
Huh.
know, the Time Lords are infertile now, apparently. They can't make kids.
Then why was there so bloody many of them before the
Look,
Time
I
War? I
don't
mean,
know. I don't know how they create and create
yeah,
more things,
more them.
people. Do they just grow him from the ground? I don't know.
Yeah, that's strange.
I
And
could
they
I
say
could
like
have
the
missed my.
Jedi in Star Wars, where they just find children Time Lords in the world, and they're like, we're taking them.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then there's the awkward moment in Unit where um, Jenna Redgrave says, "Oh, it's like uh, we're all your children or something."
How the hell does
Because
that work?
because the doctors kind of saved them or something. Like,
So that
what
makes
the
all the
fuck? What
humans
the
his
fuck does that
kids.
mean? Is the doctor going to nick all the humans and turn them into Time Lords or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to
It's
that, to be
it's
honest.
anyway. No, the rant can go on for a while.
Mm,
Anyway,
yeah.
we should probably. Sorry, what were you going to
Yeah,
say?
you can de-escalate your
You can kind of
frustrations
tell
now.
you've kind of opened a can of worms.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson now, haven't I? Well, it's like Star Wars kind of changed their lore quite a bit when Acolyte came out last year. I did not like the Acolyte at all. And normally I like most Star Wars projects that come out. I know some people tend to like criticize them here and there, and most of the time I like most of what comes out. But the Acolyte wasn't for me. It changed too much about the lore, and the two main characters I thought were just written poorly.
I haven't watched that.
Yeah, it's not really worth it to be honest, mate.
I was
It's
going
like
to
these
say, is it
these
worth it?
two, yeah, these essentially the main character is played by the same actress and they're twins, which is fine. But the way they were written was terrible. It's like they were born out of the Force because these space witches are able to pluck the Force like a thread and create two babies. And it's like, what the
Right.
fuck? You know, like
Okay.
that meme of Han Solo in The Force Awakens where he's like, that's not how the
Yeah.
Force works. That was basically everyone when they watched that.
That's not how the
And
Force works.
yeah, and it kind of pissed me off because it's like, well, if they can do that, then Anakin's not as special because he was created solely by the Force. And you're telling me this like coven of space witches are able to just create children with the Force. It's like, don't fuck with pre-established things. It really done my head in. There's only three things I actually liked about the Acolyte. One was the main villain. I thought he was a decent character. I liked Master Soul. He was played by the dude from Squid Game. I liked him. He was
Oh
interesting.
yes, he was in it.
He was, yeah. He played sort of on the main Jedi Master story. He was a good character. I liked him. And the final lightsaber duel was pretty good. It's not on the same level as like prequel lightsaber fights. It's no Duel of the Fates. It's no Anakin versus Obi-Wan. But they had some good lightsaber fights in there. The choreography was decent. But other than those three things, Acolyte was shit.
Is that the series where there's this guy in a helmet who kind of headbutts a lightsaber or something?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
That does sound a bit stupid at first. However, you do find out that his helmet is made of like a metal that apparently can power down lightsabers. I can buy that. I can buy that. The
why not
rest of
make
it I
an
didn't like.
armor of it? Why not make an armor? Then you won't be able to be
That's a
defeated
very
by
good point. I don't
lightsaber.
know why he didn't do that.
Why didn't he fucking do that?
Is what I
Come
mean.
on.
The writing was bollocks.
If you made why make a helmet? Why not make the whole suit?
Yeah, I know. It was a cool helmet, to be fair. He had like a smile that went around it. It's a bit like a Joker kind of thing. He was decent. The actor did a decent job, but it's just the story and stuff that wasn't great. And
He
they put
missed.
in. Go on.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was gonna say they put in Darth Plagueis in the final episode. You know, like Palpatine's
Darth
master. He
Plagueis the
just,
Wise.
yeah, literally, he doesn't talk. He just turns up somewhere. He sort of pokes his head outside of a grave,
Hello.
out of a cave somewhere. He literally puts his hand outside of a cave. He's like, no, sorry. He's like this
And
without the headphones. He's just like,
of course.
and that's it. And it's like, why are you putting like such an important
Hello.
character to the lore in this scene? You don't give it any fucking backstory, no context, and you just expect us to be
God.
okay with that. No one was okay with it. And it's like Kia D Mundi was there as well, and which doesn't make sense because when Anakin gets brought to the Jedi in the Phantom Menace, he's not like, oh, actually, there's a couple of kids that were born using the Force years ago. This kid's not that special, and it just you opened up my can of worms now. Just yeah, I didn't like the Acolyte.
There's a bit of
It's
a
all good.
missed opportunity for the guy with going back to the guy with the helmet. He could have been the Tony Stark of the Star Wars
Or the Iron Man of Star
with with,
Wars.
with the iron. Oh, you can't defeat me.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that's the Mandalorians, isn't it? They're
Well,
essentially the Iron Men of Star Wars.
yeah, yeah. But does Beskar get affected by lightsabers?
It can deflect lightsabers.
Uh,
Yeah. Because
well,
in
ignore what I
at
just
the
said then.
at the end of season 2, Moff Gideon's like coming at Din with the dark saber, and it's just bouncing off of his armor.
No,
So
no, no.
that's why the Mandalorians and the Jedi are like
That's why I've
mortal
got
enemies.
Beskar.
So yeah. But yeah, didn't like the Acolyte. Fair play to anyone that likes it. I respect that, but in my opinion, it was no good. However, we do have the Mandalorian and Grogu coming out next year, I believe. I
Yes,
think, yeah.
yes,
It's in May, I think, next year.
I think so.
I think. Yeah, I'm looking
I,
forward to that.
I somehow came across watching the 'cause I know the kind of teaser or trailer leaked online. I
It
wasn't
did, yeah.
planning. I didn't wasn't planning to watch it, but I just came across on YouTube, I was like, "Fuck, that looks good."
It does. Anything seeing them two boys again. Fucking love the Mandalorian. Season 3 wasn't as good as the first two, but it was still decent. I liked it.
Yeah, yeah, we got a slight issue next year
Why's that?
because according to Google, Mando and Grogu film comes up on the 22nd of May. 5 days, no, 4 days before GTA 6.
Oh shit, that
Oh
is
shit,
true.
indeed.
So in the space of 4 days, they'll have to see Mando and Grogu on the day it
Yeah,
comes out, and then play GTA 6 on the day that comes out.
yeah, we got a 4 day time window to go see Mando
Do you know what? I
before
would
we
do that. I could
turn
easily do
into
that.
a
I live
hermit.
right near a cinema now, so I mean, I could easily do that.
There you go.
So, and then GTA 6 already gushed about that enough, but that's the next
Yeah,
big game coming
we,
out.
we won't say too much because we went too much into it
Yeah, we did.
last episode.
We had our nerdgasm over GTA 6. That's out of our
Yeah,
system now. Until the game comes out, we'll do another nerdgasm.
yes.
But yeah,
Should we tone it down a little bit?
just a little bit. Yeah.
We've had our rants. So, Switch 2.
Oh yeah, that dropped recently, didn't it? That actually came out while I
That
was
came out.
away. Yeah. I feel like I don't have one yet, so I can't comment on the actual Switch 2 itself. But the consensus I got from online, the people that have picked it up, this launch is very underwhelming for a new console.
I've heard mixed stuff
Mm,
about the Switch 2. I mean, I have no plans to get the Switch 2. I hardly play the Switch 1 that we have.
yeah.
Um, but, I mean, it looks good, but for me, it's not an upgrade worth it.
Yeah.
I still find it weird how you got to get an external camera.
Yeah, they have monetized the fuck out of it, which is one thing I don't like. However, I think I probably will get one in the near future, not right now. The reason being is because it does improve most of the Switch 1 games you have for it. Um, not all of them. I think it's only like a small handful at the moment. So that's why I'd be tempted to get one sort of in the near future. The only thing that puts me off though are the price for the new games.
Oh yeah, 80 quid.
Yeah, 80 quid. And
80 quid.
the only like new Switch 2 game that's out at the moment is that Mario Kart World, which I'm not the biggest Mario Kart fan, I'll be honest. I'll play it with friends. If I'm like around a friend's house, there's a party going on, whatever, I don't mind playing it, but I wouldn't spend £80 on new Mario Kart. It just isn't worth
No.
it for me. So
I'm
yeah,
still shocked that the Switch 2 games are normally about 50, 60 quid.
yeah,
And all you get is a tiny cartridge.
it's true. Yeah, well, it's
Or even a
Nintendo's
code.
tax rules. Like that's why they're so
Yeah.
expensive.
Or
But you're
or
right.
even just a sheet of paper inside it,
Mm.
which to download the code online or whatever.
Yeah, that's right, man. I only usually buy Switch games if they're on offer, or if I need something to play. Say if I'm taking like a plane trip somewhere,
Yes.
wherever, I need something to kill time on the plane. That's when I'll usually get one. I
Get it
probably
from
will buy a Switch
CEX.
2. Yeah, that's it. I
That's a
probably
cheaper
will
way
buy
of
one in
doing
the
it.
future just so I can play games upgraded. Because the Switch One, its hardware is very outdated these days. That's the only
Yeah,
reason I'll be tempted by it, but not anytime soon. Need to save money first.
absolutely.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
the only main thing that might sell the Switch 2 for more people is if they bring out like the new Pokemon or the new Legend of Zelda, something like that, because that's what people tend to buy Nintendo consoles for, their
Yeah.
exclusives. So that will be when the sales start rocketing. But yeah, funny enough though, two friends of ours, Jazz and Jamie, just recently went to New York. They went around the same time me and Tyler went to Crete, and we FaceTimed them when we were away, just to see how their holiday was going. And Jamie
Yes.
actually wanted to go into GameStop in New York to look and see what their stock was like. However, he went on the day Switch 2 came out, and apparently there was a ginormous queue outside the door.
You don't go on release day.
He didn't realize. I think he just forgot. But like, there was a ginormous queue out the door of people just queuing up to get their Switch 2s, and
Not
Yeah,
surprised.
obviously just massive Nintendo fans. But when he told me that, it reminds me of when, like I said in the last podcast episode, when GTA 5 came out
Mm,
and there was a huge queue around the shop. Good
yeah.
times, man. Good times.
Oh yeah. I'm just looking at the current games, and 4 or 5 games for the
Yeah,
Switch too.
they've got like upgrades to Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, and there's a few other games that got upgrades, but the only main new game that's out for the Switch 2 is Mario Kart, which will be a lot of people's cup of tea, but me personally, I can take it or leave it when it comes to Mario Kart.
Hold on a minute. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition. Do you have to
Yeah.
buy it again?
No, you can upgrade.
Oh, what, for free or for
No, I think it's like a tenner you got to pay.
tenner? Well, that's that at least. Oh, upgrade. Oh, it's £8. Okay, that's not too bad.
That's all right.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition upgrade pack, £8. Okay, it's not too
Yeah.
bad.
It does the usual, like improve the visuals, improve the frame rate, that sort of thing. But like the
I
console
see.
itself isn't badly priced. It's like what, 450 quid? That's standard pricing for a new console. I don't think people have an issue with that. It's just the fact that the games are
395 in the
80.
UK.
Oh, well, fair. But it's the
I'm
fact
on
that
the official store page.
oh, okay. It's just the fact that the games are so damn pricey, and they have no right to be, if you ask me. So
Although I'm certain GTA will probably be 80, nearly
yeah,
high end, near 100.
you're probably right. As much as I hate to admit it, and the
Yeah,
thing is, we're gonna
because
pay that. We are gonna pay that. Like
it Rockstar know we're all gonna pay whatever
yeah,
to get
everyone's gonna.
GTA 6. No one, you know, whatever the cost,
Hmm.
they know whatever price everyone's gonna pay for it,
Yeah,
and
even if I have to
I
sell a kidney, I'm still getting that game.
exactly.
I'll play it with one less kidney.
I've seen numerous videos saying, that Rockstar could change the gaming industry of pricing, because if they suddenly sell it at 100 quid in the standard edition, then that's probably going to make other companies and game studios be like, oh, if GTA can do it, we can do it. And then that would
Yeah,
just,
it's true. It's very, very true. However, if other developers follow suit and they price their games higher, they have to earn that price. They got to put enough stuff in there to make it worth the cost. I mean,
that's
GTA 6 will
true.
be because of the amount of stuff they're cramming into it, the amount of tech there. It's gonna push the envelope for everything going forward. But if other developers want to price their games that high, they've got to do the same.
It's
The
a big
majority of
envelope.
games aren't going to do that
No.
realistically, but GTA 6 will because it's Rockstar. So
Yes.
I don't know, man. It'd be interesting to see, but
Yeah.
also very painful for all of our wallets simultaneously.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Cool. That's good. I guess we're touched on this a bit
hmm.
because it was only, what was it, this week that just went, about iOS 26
Yeah.
changing topic quite dramatically. But
Segue into iOS.
yeah, but segueing into iOS 26 with Apple's unveiling of, um a liquid glass, or when it or originally when it came out it said liquid ass from a misplaced YouTube icon, which is
Yeah,
quite
when I saw
hilarious.
that, I couldn't help but think of John Russell Howard's Good News back in the day,
Yes,
where there was a segment with this American lady going liquid ass.
liquid ass.
Just reminded me of that.
Yeah, that was funny. It looks good. I've been playing around on the development side and it's good. There's a lot of controversy about it though, about the about it breaking every accessibility
Hmm.
logic, meaning that you can't be able, you're not easily seeing, being able to read stuff correctly because that's kind of like glass and white. You got to get the contrast right to be able to read it properly.
Hmm.
And so it's mostly positive, but there's a lot of mixed stuff about it. But we are only at beta 1, and it normally comes out, was it September time? September, October?
Yeah, normally.
No, that's Mac. Wait, September, October. Oh, no. Yes,
Well, they
about
normally
probably
drop.
September. That's it.
Yeah, they normally drop new iPhone with the update as well. So,
Yes, they do.
hmm.
Um, but so far it looks good. I quite like it. It's very odd because the tab bar you got at the bottom, switch between views. That's all. It's all been redesigned. It's literally like a massive magnifying glass when you're switching and hovering around.
All right.
It's very weird, but maybe it will improve. We shall see, and I'll eventually and slowly update my apps accordingly.
Yeah, it's definitely your area of expertise. Because I'll be honest, I don't know enough about it because I've not seen the whole sort of conference, but it's definitely your area of mastery.
Yeah, but they've added a bunch of nice new features as well, some Apple Intelligence stuff, blah blah blah. Um, the two main features is that they got was it Hold Assist coming,
Hmm.
which is basically when you're on a call to someone, or, to a company, and they put you on hold, the phone can automatically put you in an on hold, so you can carry on doing whatever.
Okay.
And then the phone will ring you saying, okay, there's someone talking, someone's connected, so you don't have to stay on the line listening to music all the time,
Oh, nice.
which is quite handy. And then another feature called call screening, whereby if the phone detects it could be a spam call, the phone automatically picks up the phone on your behalf, and it kind of filters. It kind of recognizes to whether it's an actual person or a spam caller,
Wow.
and then it kind of tells you on your phone saying, "Oh," it puts on your phone reading captions of what the other person's saying. And you can kind of say if it's you can press hang up or connect your call.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of turned into a little PA assistant,
Yeah, but it's
which is
AI involved.
nice. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all heavy AI involved.
Hmm.
Um,
It's
but
interesting.
yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming.
Hmm.
Um, but we're only in the first week of it being unveiled, so
Yeah.
things can change. But we'll update you
True.
in
Spokesperson for
due
Apple now.
course.
We will update you as
Sure,
time goes on.
we'll update you probably by the time it comes out. It'll probably be out of date anyway.
Probably. Although I
But
do have to say, what the hell was up with those AI pictures that you sent us?
what with Charlie?
Yeah, with Charlie.
Oh, blame ChatGPT. That's all I'm
Mine looked
saying.
nothing like me. I was looking at it thinking, what the hell is this monstrosity?
I'm going to say blame ChatGPT.
Yeah, fair enough. But the
I
thing is,
provided reference, and it made what it made.
but the thing is, I showed my mum, and she was like, "They made you look like a gangster." I'm like, do I? I mean, it's because of the fact that I had a chain on, and my teeth were all straight, which was weird to look at. I had my
That's nice.
Mandalorian shirt on as well, didn't I? Except
Yeah,
it wasn't really Mandalorian; it was more like pixely blocks, like every.
yeah. So just for context, our friend Charlie doesn't really like Gal
Get it?
Gadot
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
from the woman the actress who plays Wonder Woman. So, well, actually, Rob messaged me saying, "Oh, can you send Charlie a gif of Gal Gadot?" I was like, "Okay, I just send a gif," where she said, "Ah." She replied saying, "Oh, don't do that," type of thing. So I thought I'll create an image of AI with him. So I
Let's
got a
have some fun
photo,
with this.
or photo of Charlie, um, saying, "Oh, hug." and then it kind of made that, which
God, it's so unnatural.
then
Show it to the camera again. Show it up again.
it just doesn't look very natural.
It does not look like him.
No,
Honestly, like
that
it
one
does a
does.
tiny bit, but it also just looks so unnatural.
And then I asked it, oh, have them with a, have them wrapped round in her lasso
Hmm.
with his thumbs up. That comes up with that.
See, that's even more cursed. Look at that
The,
smile. Like that's not natural,
the
mate.
thing I'm more concerned about is that whose hand is that? But it looks like
Oh
it's
yeah.
Charlie's, but it's not. They're kind of sharing a
The,
hand.
from their perspective, the left arm is his. The right arm is definitely.
Yes.
But it looks like her arm is sort of there, but the hand is
Yeah.
his.
Yeah.
So where the fuck's her hand?
I don't know. And then I thought I'd play around a bit more. Said recreate the scene from Dirty Dancing, and then it came up with that.
Yeah.
and
I mean
then
that doesn't like him at all, to be honest. But yeah,
and then I sent that image of you.
you did. Yeah. See, that's
Uh,
a nice photo. The next one, on the
yeah,
other hand,
it's a nice
different
photo.
story.
And then I put this guy came to help,
Okay.
and then it generated that.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. That does not look like me.
How? Yes,
It,
no, it doesn't.
no, I'm not being funny. It looks like I had a baby with someone with Asian descent, and
Yeah.
that's the baby.
The main thing as well, you're not even helping at all. You're just kind
No,
of
I'm
giving him
not.
support.
I'm like rubbing his belly.
Yes, exactly. Is that the
Just
support
there
he
to give him
needs?
support while he's holding up a wall. I'm just like, there, yeah, you got this, mate. You got this.
There's no
Bloody
effort
hell.
or anything. It's just like,
Yeah, honestly. In my
God.
face, I'm just like, no, hang on, hang on. I can't do it. Can't do it.
No, I wouldn't bother. Yeah. So that's ChatGPT for you.
Yeah,
So
it's a thing. I like certain parts of AI. Some of it I'm not as keen on. That one I'm not so
like
keen on.
like recreating yourself.
Yeah, that's gonna keep me up at night. That it's my sleep paralysis demon. It's
Yeah,
essentially me.
literally.
Yeah, it's all fun and games though.
Uh, and on that bombshell,
Yeah, I think we've
I
definitely
think
covered
we shall
enough.
end it here.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed this one. It's
Yes,
nice to catch up again and just
yes,
go off about stuff. Talk about the holidays,
yes. It's
gush
been a
about
while.
or rant about Doctor Who and Star Wars, discuss AI.
Absolutely, it's all fun and games.
In it just.
Cool. Right. Thanks for watching or listening, and please follow or like, comment, give us 5 stars on your podcast platform. That'd be great. And we shall see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in two
Thanks.
weeks.
See you laters.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
What?